During my night shift at the desolate gas station, an eerie quiet settled in with only the flickering fluorescent lights for company. A weary traveler stumbled in, looking lost and disheveled. His eyes, haunted and hollow, held a story untold. He muttered about a shadowy figure that had followed him for miles, a presence that lurked just beyond the reach of his headlights. Skeptical, I dismissed it as exhaustion until a chilling wind rattled the windows. Outside, a silhouette danced in the darkness and panic etched across the traveler's face. As he fled, the lights flickered violently, and the air thickened with a malevolent force. Trembling, I glimpsed a faceless figure in the security footage, its form contorting unnaturally. The phone line went dead, leaving me trapped in the ominous hum of the flickering lights. In the deafening silence, the figure materialized, its hollow gaze piercing through my soul. Whispering secrets of forgotten tragedies, it drew closer. Each step echoed like a funeral march, and as it enveloped me in shadows, I became part of the gas station's haunted history, a spectral attendant forever bound to the night shift horrors.
I've worked the night shift for almost 7 years. Doors stay locked and hardly anyone comes to get gas. One night around 3:30 a.m., I am just chilling working on some homework. All of a sudden, a man on a scooter goes by on the sidewalk. Keep in mind, I am a 21-year-old, very small and young-looking female. The man passes by again, going the other direction. All of a sudden, he jolts and looks up at me like I had gotten his attention. His face was pale, and his eyes were bulging. He rides up on his scooter until he gets to the window, face never changes, blank stare on his face. He marches up to the locked doors and just stares inside at me for like 5 minutes. He pulls on the doors multiple times to try to open them. Looking like he is laughing, he bangs on the door really hard until finally I ran into the back to hide. Waited until it was sealant to come out. Scariest night of my life for a while.
I took on the night shift at a gas station out of financial necessity, working there for a few months. In my second or third month, a peculiar man became a regular late-night visitor, always showing up around 2 a.m. He was a tall figure with long, stringy hair, consistently purchasing tall boys of alcohol and leaving without buying gas. One night he inquired about my name, expressing a preference for Rob. This man, who later identified himself as Bob, gave off an unsettling vibe. He claimed the government had sabotaged his job, leaving me puzzled about his true intentions. After a week's absence, Bob returned during a storm, appearing drenched and agitated. He confessed to having done something terrible, seeking a place to hide. When he vanished into the restroom hallway, I became increasingly uneasy. As the lights suddenly went out, I navigated the dark store with a flashlight. In the back, I heard dripping and the squeak of wet shoes, discovering Bob in a corner. He lunged at me, screaming threats. Escaping to my car, I called 911, leading to Bob's arrest. A month later, I learned Bob's real name was Martin, and he had brutally murdered his ex-wife. This nightmarish encounter left me traumatized, vowing to avoid night shifts and haunted by the chilling events at the gas station.